Hello, Budget Dolls. I'm Margot, and welcome to Budgets Untamed. I am going to go through April just a little bit so we can see where we are, how I did, make sure my payments went through, and do a little bit of cash stuffing. So stay with me. I will come back to it if I have to. Okay, so one of the first things that I want to do is I want to go through here and make sure that I make a note that my snowball payment going forward will have to be $400. And that's going to be April, May, and June going forward until a bill gets paid off. So what I have left to pay is credit card number 4 and 5. Okay, and credit card number 4's balance is $29.44. And credit card number 5's balance is $68.32. Now that doesn't include the payments that are going through this month. That number will change. It will change, and my interest rates, I'm gonna get a hold of that as well. I also have a paper that I filled out to keep myself on track with those payments. Okay. That is that. So I wanted to now go through and fill in a couple of my sinking funds and my wallet. The best time of the month is when we get to fill in our cash wallets. I feel so broke until then, and I'm not. I feel it's so funny because since I've been cash stuffing, I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm broke. And then I have to stop to remind myself, no, you're not broke. Your money is safe in your savings account where it belongs, and you're not spending it. Because before I used to just spend and buy whatever I want. And I just saved X amount of dollars that went into my paycheck. That went into my savings account directly from my paycheck. But now that I've been doing this, I see how much more I could actually be saving. And you won't believe how many times I would dip into that savings just because it didn't feel real. Like the money was there and it was stacking up, and I would say, oh, I have this much money, I can buy this. But now that I'm doing the cash budgeting, I don't feel right about taking it out of my savings account unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so that is that. And I am just going to now, let me see how much money I have left from last pay. And that is 42 cents. I will take it. That coin pouch is going really, really slow, and I don't purposefully save coin. I use coin throughout the week. If I go to a store and there's change due and I have it, I'll give it to them in change. I'm not purposely trying to save coin. No, ma'am. So whatever I have left over is what I bring home. I've got notes for myself. Oh, that's work. That's something for work. Okay, so here we go. This is what I have left. I have $20 left over in groceries. And I'm sorry, that's $25. I just threw that 5 to the side. Isn't that crazy? And $20 left over in eats and drinks. So that's $45. Now, every week I learn, every time I watch one of Desiree's, Happy to Plan with Desiree, every time I watch one of her videos, I learn something new. So she takes all of her leftover money and she puts it in her extra savings account. And at the end of her month, she calculates all of that. But I am going to take my savings that I have, my weekly savings, and I'm going to add it to, not weekly savings, my leftover money, and I'm going to add it to my snowball payment. So I'm going to say $415 leftover was $45 to snowball. And I'm happy about that. Check that out. That is going to go, I'm happy about that. So we will see where that ends up. Okay, so let me take my snowball binder and I'm going to add this to it. And this is part of my leftover. That's really good. That is really good. Why do I have $10 in there? I don't know, but I'm going to, you know what? Okay, wait a minute. Let me get this together. Okay, so I have 20, 40, 50, and 5. That is awesome. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to write the same thing. Okay, on here, I'm going to write and I can't remember where that 10 comes from, so I'm just going to put 55. Because I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know it was in there. Okay, so this is going to go here. And my money goes in there. That 10 was in there for something. I don't know what. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so from my okay, so I owe myself $415. Let's get that out. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 180, 190. Okay, wait. Another 20. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10. 10, 20. 210, 220. 230. 240. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. That's 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That I messed up. In my search for my cash tray, which I don't know how it got away from me, but I wasn't going to let it get away from me again. I found this, and it says, just breathe. And it was, I put my hands on it right at the moment when I realized I had made a mistake. So I had calculated $415 and then decided just $400 because I was counting and counting and I only had $400. And I was like, oh. Then I realized I had changed that 15 and made it just $400 for my sinking funds. And then as soon as I realized the mistake, I found this little sticker. So this is going to go on my planner for this month. Okay, so let's get this money counted, y'all. I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 300, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and $400. That's exactly what I needed. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was a whirlwind. Okay, here we go. Why I have all this change. So another part of the mistake was I got all this in change, but this isn't for my savings accounts. So that's why it's all in change. But it's okay. We can just breathe and move on. Okay, so for eats and drinks, I'm going to do $175. Not eats and drinks, Margot. We're doing groceries. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. 170 and 5 for groceries. Okay. And then I have my eats and drinks is going to be 50, 20, 40, and 50. I don't like all of that change in my wallet just because I'll spend it faster. So I'm going to keep those. Keep it like that. And then next is going to be my tags and registration. Which is here. Now let's count that first and see where we are. I meant to call motor vehicles. I might just have to drive over there to see exactly what I owe. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 5, 55. I'm going to give it $45 more. That's 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, and 5. So what I have left is 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, and $200. Hopefully that's all that I need, but we'll find out. If I need more, I'll just have to add more to it. We will find out shortly. Okay, so then after that, I'm going to give Lo $10. He deserves it. He's the best son ever. So let's see where we are. We're at 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 160, and 165, and 170. That's all for that. And then my bonus. So here's the question. Here is the question. Okay. This is the $15 situation. Okay, so I am at 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 60, and 5. So I was going to give it another $35. And then I decided to give it, that would make it 100. And then I decided just to give it another $100 because I wanted it at 200 and 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. So there's the 35 that I was originally going to give it. 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, and $100. So then I thought, okay, let's make it, so the total amount that I had for it was $250, but I'm so anxious, I can't wait to get to the $250 to put it in the bank. That's what the problem is. So then I was just going to give it an additional $100. So it's 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71, 72, 73, 74, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 80. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. So there's the missing 15 that I gave to a different sinking fund. But that would be $185. And I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to do that yet because it depends on how much I owe for my DMV visit. And unfortunately, I don't have that number today. So what I'm going to do is leave myself a note. And I'm going to say $85 for, I'm the queen of notes, y'all. $85 for bonus or tags. So that depends on how much tags is going to be, because this is not a necessity. It's just a want. It's just something that I've been wanting to do. Okay. I want to buff up that account. And I really don't need to buff it up with $250. I could change that number. The number really only needs to be $100. Because I like to keep a balance of 400 in there. And I fall slightly below that 400 sometimes when my bills are being paid, because sometimes I don't estimate correctly. So that was the reason I wanted to put in extra money so I never fall below the 400. And like I said, it isn't a necessity right now. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to get on the phone with motor vehicles, figure out exactly how much I owe them, and then determine where this goes. Thank you so much for joining me today, dolls. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.